All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the Liberty Tax Service pregame show. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb. We're proud supporters of the Western Wildcats, TA Productions. We want to say thank you to them. Wildcats travel to Payson today. A little rematch from last week when the Wildcats fell 4-3. And that was really in the late innings. Wildcats kind of had control of it until top of the fifth when Payson was able to score 3, and that was ultimately the difference maker, as it was 3-1 at the time. Anthony Barr is with you. Reese Dunker will be along shortly, as he is tied up in a meeting. We're getting set, ready to go here. Let's go through a little bit of lineups. First for the Wildcats, looks pretty similar to what we saw last night. Wildcats were up at Illini West in Carthage, where they won 6-0. Lauren White, phenomenal, struck out 20 over the 7 innings, allowed 1 hit and 1 other ball in play. It was a fielder's choice that they got out at second base. She had full command of that game. McMullen hits a home run kind of later in the game. So for Western, it'll be McMullen behind the plate. Lauren White, center field. Emma Dixon at second base. She moves up in the lineup tonight. Brooklyn Stolte back at first base this evening. Renneker pitching, and that's a little change from the last matchup we had last week where Lauren White started. Allison Woods in right. Brindley McQuay stays at third base. Ava Fessler still DHing. DP flexing for Alyssa Bareyes as she is a shortstop. Macy Otker draws the start in the left field. Once again on the other side for the Indians, the exact same lineup that we saw last week outside of their DP hitter, and that has changed to Tori Hugenberg. It'll be Hager Bomber pitching, Archer catching, Madeline O'Dear, Grace Klitz, Megan Kirby, Bren Busher round out the infield. Caitlin Hedberg, Josie Fessler, and Samantha Hugenberg across the outfield. We're going to get ready for national anthems here at the ballpark. We'll be back first pitch right after this on tap. All right, back here with you. We're getting ready for the first pitch. It'll be McMullen leading off for the Wildcats. We saw her lead off last night. Reese Dunker is on the way. He just texted. He just drives very slow. All right, McMullen steps in. Abby Hagerbomber is the pitcher. First one in there, strike one to Rach. And she drives that one up the middle past the shortstop. That'll be a stand-up single for McMullen to lead off the game. And that'll bring in Lauren White. First pitch to Lauren. She tries to lay down a bunt, fouled. That'll be strike one to her. Lauren shows bunt, pulls back. 1-1 count to Lauren. I'm getting heckled from the fans here. She'll swing on that and miss. 1-2. Now to White. And that one's going to ring her up, and they'll throw down and check Rach at first. White down on strikes. That brings up Emma Dixon. Kind of a new spot for her. I haven't seen her up in the 3-hole. She hit the ball very well last night there in the first inning. And Emma's going to drive that one to the fence. That'll be off the base of the fence. McMullen on her way to third. They're going to hold her there as the throw comes in. And a double for Dixon. Brings up Brooklyn Stolte. She's batting .326 on the year with a .815 OPS. First one in there high, ball one. Second one to Brooke. She drives that. Shortstop's going to pick that up. No play at first. And McMullen will score. Wildcats up 1-0 here in the first. Dixon stayed at second on the play. That'll bring up Reniker. She's going to drive that one in the air to left field. Left fielder back, makes the play, and Dixon does not tag up. Two outs now. Runners first and second. I think Coach Motley was looking for Dixon to move up on that one. Brings in Allison Woods. Batting .261 on the year. First one's going to be fouled back over top our head. Everybody's okay back here. A couple little kids. Missed them all. Next pitch to Allie low. 1-1 count to her now. 1-1 pitch to Woods. She's going to foul that one straight back underneath my truck. 1-2 count here to Allie. No scoreboard here at the ballpark, as I believe the storm a couple weeks ago took it down, along with some sections of fence. At least that was the story we were told. And an off-speed pitch is going to ring Allie up, and Hager Bomber gets out of that one, allowing 1 run. She had 2 Ks on the inning. We're going to head to the bottom of the first. Wildcats lead 1-0.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards, up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just 1 load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006. All right, back here with you, bottom of the first inning. Renneker on the mound, or not on the mound, I guess, in the circle for the Wildcats. Now I sound like Reese. Samantha Hugenberg up to bat. She's going to take strike 1. The 0-1's high, out of the reach of McMullen. It'll be a 1-1 count to Hugenberg. And that one's going to be swung on low, strike 2. The Wildcats took the early lead 1-0, thanks to a single from McMullen, a double from Dixon, and a fielder's choice from Brooklyn Stolte. She gets the RBI on that one. All that in the top of the first. And that one down the tube, going to ring up Hugenberg. First strikeout for Renneker. Brings in Megan Kirby. That one just a bit low, ball 1. Beautiful day here, a little cooler than yesterday. Sun's trying to shine a little bit. And that one's going to be outside, ball 2. 2-0 count here to Kirby. And that one's going to be lined right back to Stolte off her glove. That was a hot shot down the line. And we'll see how that one scored. It was off her glove, but a very hard hit ball. Brings up Ella Archer. And that was going to be an error on Stolte, which I would probably agree with. First pitch to her, strike 1, and a big leadoff down there from Kirby. We'll see if McMullen throws down after. The 0-1 pitch down the middle. McMullen going to throw down. Kirby not near the leadoff she had last time. She's back safe. And we got an 0-2 count here on Archer. That one's going to be flying to right field. Woods on it. She makes the grab. And gets it back into Dixon. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Grace Klitz, the 4-hitter for the Indians. That one's going to be drove to right field. It'll be down for a single. Kirby rounds second. Woods gets it back in. And we've got runners on the corner. Runners on the corners here, 2 outs. And Bren Busher stepping in for the Indians. First pitch to Busher, just a bit high, ball 1. And that one's going to be fouled off just out of play into the bleachers. And the ball comes right back in. Little confusion here. 1-1 count to Busher. Runners on the corners. That one's high. Klitz going to take a late start. She'll steal second. That one will be hit. Shortstop makes a play. She throws over, and Brooklyn cannot pick that one. It'll be air on Alyssa. Brooke throws home, no good. Had a good stop at short, just couldn't come up and make the throw. Had plenty of time. And another error on the Wildcats there. That one will be fouled out of play. Out onto the road. Got a 1-1 count here to Abby Hagerbomber, the pitcher. Chance to help herself out. He's going to hit that down the third baseline. Foul. Renneker's ahead, 1-2. One-two pitch to Abby. Outside, ball 2. And that one's going to be low, full count. And Soph sits her down, but not before Payson scores 2 on 1 hit and 3 errors here by the Wildcats. Payson leads 2-1 after the first. Brendan McQuaid due up for the Wildcats.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Goalie and Heckler Insurance, Ridgeline Sales Group LLC, Barry Dental Care, and Tiger Hawk Technologies. All right, back here with you, top of the second. Payson leads 2-1. McQuay up to bat, and that one kind of an awkward release is going to be a ball from Hagerbomber. Second pitch high, 2-0 count to Brenly. Got to think she's wanting a hit here. She took a 4-pitch walk middle of the game yesterday and was not happy. Just taking her base. She likes to hit the ball. She'll take strike one from Hagerbomber. McQuay's going to pop that one up second base, and Klitz gloves that one. 4 out number 1. That'll bring in Ava Fessler. Ava's hit the ball very well the last week or so, as she has kind of put herself in the lineup permanently here. That's a strike one to Ava. That one rocks the camera a little bit. She fouls it off. Fessler comes in batting .227. But like I say, only, played about 9 or 10 of the games so far. She's kind of become an everyday player for the Wildcats. That one there off speed. And Abby's up on Ava, 0-2. And another off-speed pitch gets Fessler, sits her down. A rare strikeout for Ava. She is a tough out. And that'll bring up the 9-hitter, Macy Otker. She'll take strike one. Fast half inning here for Abby so far. That one will be low. 1-1 count. Otker lays off the high pitch. 2-1. McMullen on deck, top of the lineup. All right, back with you here. Dunker has shown up. He forgot a chair. So he's scrounging one up. And Otker's going to take a looking strike 3. And Hagerbomber with fast work here in the top of the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Give Devin at Goalie and Heckler Insurance a call today at 217-335-2817. Let us stand between you and loss. Liberty Tax Service of Quincy, Hannibal, Pittsfield, and Macomb are proud supporters of TA Productions. Give them a call today at 217-224-2300 or stop by any of their locations.
All right, bottom of the second, it'll be Madeline O'Dear. She takes strike 1 swinging from Reneker. Reese gets all situated here. He's going to try to catch up on his score sheet, I guarantee, and ask all kinds of questions. Strike 2 swinging from O'Dear.
Inquisitive person, so of course.
Of course.
What's the score here? John and I were up there discussing what the score was.
It is a 2-1 score. Payson plated 2 in the bottom of the first on 3 Wildcat airs.
3?
On 3 airs.
Like the number 3?
Like
Trace
the
in
number
Spanish?
3. Yeah, like it looks like that. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Maybe I'll start keeping track in the third. That might be appropriate. I would say a lot of these names are fresh off the tongue, but I remember this being the team that had 3 girls that have their last names start with an S and they're all very long. Or H,
yeah,
sorry.
Hugenberg, Hagenbomber,
And Hagenberg.
Hedberg. 2-2 count here to O'Dear. And going to run it full after being ahead 0-2. Yep, 3 airs on the Wildcats. We had a line drive to first, which was, a tougher play if you're, if it catches you off guard, I guess.
Sure.
But it was right off of her glove. I think she thought she should have had that. And then Alyssa made a diving play up the middle with runners on first and third, made a diving play up the middle, got up, threw it in the dirt. There's an error on her, and then Brooklyn didn't pick it and let it past her all the way to the fence, which let the girl from first score.
That's nice. Hey, I hate to be that guy. Do you have a pen? My pen appears to be broken.
I have all kinds of pins thanks to, I can't actually give the shout out to this particular sponsor.
Theoretically, I could keep using the pen, but it just does not disappear.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't have to disappear if the ink's good.
That was a high-quality gel pen.
This is a high-quality pen that me and you earned, and Evan.
We sure did. And the name that shall be spoken.
Yeah.
11. Maybe one day he would join us for a affair.
Yeah, he needs to. I texted you our lineup.
I did see that, actually.
Do you want theirs?
That would be great. Here, give me just a second.
How about I send it to you? And that one swung on and missed. Strike 3 as Fessler sits down. That brings up the DP, Tori Hugenberg. That's the only change in the lineup from last time we played them.
The only change.
Tori.
And I think she pinch hit, didn't she?
She did pinch hit late in the game, actually. And a strike called.
Get caught up here.
And I can tell you what they did for the most part.
Yeah, I would have been here a little quicker if I hadn't gotten behind a farm truck going about, 12 miles an hour.
Tori lays that bunt down. It's going to be fouled to the backstop. Well, off the plate, I guess, as McMullen popped out of there. Yeah, so no scoreboard here. I believe the Storm a couple weeks ago took it down.
Yeah, that's what John.
I heard that and some pieces of their fence. And I don't know if it was at the baseball field or here. This fence seems to look okay, but 0-2 to Torrey. And that one's high, ball 1.
I'm guessing Ava's DPing for Alyssa.
She is. Macy's in the left. And that one swung on and missed. And McMullen throws down just out of the reach of Stolte, but it catches O'Dear in the ankle, and that had to hurt. Rachel throws one down and gets you in the ankle.
Rachel doesn't throw down lightly.
Nonetheless, 2 down, Samantha Hugenberg, top of the lineup.
What's Alyssa's number?
Number 10. It's been 10 all year, actually.
I think I ask you that every single game.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Speaking of getting hit, Rachel's nursing a pretty nasty bruise from when we joked about her getting hit, and it hardly hurt.
Yeah.
It's a real big bruise.
Really? Hugenberg up. She'll drive that one to center field. And it's going to get down and to the fence. It'll be tracked down by Woods. And into Dixon. And Samantha will be standing at third as she drives O'Dear in on the RBI triple.
Ball was hit right to the gap.
Payson leads 3-1 on 2 hits. Brings up Megan Kirby. Just so you know, this is a lot to do all by myself.
Oh, I can only imagine. You're a hero for doing it.
I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. About the time you get all situated, it'll start raining.
You're right.
We'll
Want to pack up and go on home.
At least you'll be here to help me pack up.
I would have much rather been here with you.
Kirby takes strike 1. We got a 1-1 count to her, I believe. No, 0-2. See, there I am missing things again. And that one's going to be hit to second baseman Dixon. She'll fire over to first, and that ends the inning. But not before the Indians plate another run. They're up 3-1 on the Wildcats. Top of the lineup due up next.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
Drake's Steak and Ale in Hannibal is the ultimate destination for steak lovers, serving the best tender, juicy fillets and hearty, savory ribeyes. Our talented chefs will prepare each entree to your liking. We offer an extensive menu and a full-service bar for your enjoyment. We also offer catering service for corporate events, weddings, or intimate gatherings. Come dine with us. Our hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday, 11 to 9, and Saturday, 2 to 9.
All right, back here with you. McMullen steps in, her second time up. She had a single her last time. And I told you right field. Let's see what it actually says.
You were wrong.
Singles on a ground ball to center field. Wow, I was not even close. I said fly ball. It was ground ball.
Ground ball. Close
I
enough.
said right field.
What's our count here? I've been still.
Maybe a 1-1 here. I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, that's going to be key here with no scoreboard.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-1. This would have been a great day to have Afton sitting by us. Great day.
You think she knows?
You were lying. The car was not locked as Rachel takes that
Oh.
away for
Good.
ball 2. And I would guess you're right with 2-1, or the umpire would have signaled there 3-0.
Well, the play's a 2-1-1 play, so that's
Well.
close. I would think they're going to pitch around McMullen a little bit, and it sure appears that way.
Yep, 3-1 count now. And how could you not with how Rachel's been hitting?
Hit a home run last night. You missed it.
Yeah, I heard. I said if we lose today, I will retire from coming to games.
Well, we're not a good start. But you're only going to make it to half of this game, so McMullen's going to drive that one past the shortstop. Another single for her.
The ball was roped.
Brings up Lauren White.
This Payson has not committed any errors to this point.
No, they have not. White steps in. McMullen on first. White will lay the bunt down.
Ooh, that's going to be a close play at first. White's fast. She's just out by half a step.
McMullen moves over to second.
Was that ball fielded by the pitcher who then turned it through to first?
I believe so.
Look and see.
You're asking me like I'm paying attention.
I'm going to see what we get here. I couldn't tell if the first baseman came up firing real quick, turned and fired to first.
I'm not sure. Lauren didn't kind of step on the bag funny there.
I think they're going to ask for maybe an appeal here, or okay.
No, I think they're
Lauren's
just checking on Lauren. Maybe her back. She kind of holding her lower right back. Looked like when she stepped on that base, maybe, I don't know if a foot slipped or what happened. Nonetheless, Dixon steps in, 1 out.
That was a ground ball back to the pitcher.
Runner in scoring position. And how about an off-speed pitch to Dixon for strike 1? Hagerheimer has a good off-speed. She got Fessler on it a couple times, and Ava really, hits the ball. She doesn't strike out much.
No,
and,
Ava has good bat-to-ball skills. I'm here in the 3-hole. I don't believe. Did she do that last night?
No, I said the same thing. It's a new spot for her. McQuaid drops down to the 7. I think trying to find a little something different.
Sure.
Mix that
We've
lineup up a little bit.
Seen the lineup move around quite a bit this year.
McMullen did lead off last night.
And I guess it worked out. Emma hits a towering fly to center. Sends the center fielder back. It's overhead off the base of the wall. Rachel's going to score standing up. Emma's coming into second. It's going to be a close play. She's in there safely, though.
That's 2 doubles for Dixon.
2 well hit from what you told me.
Yeah, looked just like that the last time.
And Rachel scored both of the Wildcat runs. And in fact, I am wrong on Lauren above. That's just a...
That one's going to be fouled off by Brooklyn. Over into the cornfield. I did go ahead and set up the outfield camera. I told you,
You
I wasn't
did,
going
you did.
to, but
You just had to overachieve. Taken away by Brooklyn for ball 1. Where did their scoreboard used to sit here? I feel like it was out and right. Is that correct?
I feel like it too.
I remember coming to a game here last year, and that's when it cut loose with the rain. 1-1 pitch to Brooklyn. Up again. Ball 2. Transfer Western. I'm sure you've talked about it. Transfer Western to get some revenge from last week.
Yeah, they need it.
That frustrating loss to Payson, which Western led for first four innings,
yeah.
4.5 innings.
Actually the first full 4.
Brooklyn chops that one up the middle. It's going to get to center. They're going to hold Dixon there, and Stolte's going to advance to second on the fielder's indifference in the throw home. So that will be a 1-out single for Stolte, her first hit of the evening, and Dixon will advance to third on it.
Man, that dirt must be real powdery. Look at Brooke out there. She dove in head first, and she is covered.
And I know Kendra's excited to wash that uniform wherever
She'll be riding home with Carson, so it'll be okay. She can get his work truck dirty.
Brings in Sophie Reneker. She flew out to left her first time up and takes ball 1.
That was the one play I couldn't see happen. I didn't know if they caught it.
Oh, with the dugout?
With the way we're sitting.
That might cause me that. I got to be very careful with my emotions here. If I stand up too quickly, the whole thing might come rolling over.
If we get disconnected, we will be back with you.
Maybe via Facebook live stream, that ball is going to get to the backstop. But Brooklyn's already at third base. She's out. She stepped around the base.
No, she stepped back on it. They're going to get her, but Dixon has got to go. And that is a running error on Dixon.
What in the world?
But here's the issue, and we talk about this all the time in softball, especially with travel ball. You've got to get a leadoff.
Yeah.
A leadoff is not 4 feet, and especially when a ball rolls behind, a leadoff's not 6 feet. You got to be halfway down the line. That was costly for the Wildcats.
Yep, that's second, third with less than 1 out or less than 2 outs. Now
yeah.
it's
Now Reneker's got to have a base hit here. She'll
that
foul
one
that one off. Shakes the camera. It's still okay, it looks like.
Steal 2, 5, 4.
And I also believe that if you're on second, you got to be paying attention to the coach. And
Oh,
the
absolutely.
You can't just run all the way to third.
She was all the way around third when she realized what Rachel was telling her. Sophie fouls that one off the mask.
2-2 count.
I was just getting ready to ask you if it was 2 balls or 1 ball.
I had 0-0 over here.
Big spot here for Sophie to help herself out and tie the game up. 2-2 pitch to Reneker. Taken for strike number 3 on Hager Bomber's first strikeout of the 3rd inning and her 5th of the evening. Western scores 1, had a chance to add on, but costly base running mistake hurts them. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats! Keep your car or light truck running at its best. Head for Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy. Nomad Services Incorporated is a full-service automotive repair shop specializing in automotive and light truck repair and service. Whether it's that check engine light, an electrical problem, steering, suspension, or climate control, give them a call today at 217-430-6170 or visit Nomad Services at 325 Vermont in Quincy.
All right, back here with you, bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Ella Archer. Up.
Still working on this score sheet.
You're
here.
still getting caught up.
I just haven't even made it to theirs yet.
That's okay. That one's going to be popped up down the first base line. Brooklyn Stolte back on it, makes the catch for out number 1. Sits down Archer. It'll be Klitz coming in. And I believe Klitz had the hit that, she had a hit and scored a run.
Klitz had the hits.
I believe so.
I'm thinking of 97.9 right now where Fitz has the hits on the evening drive home. Okay, let's come over to the Payson side of the score sheet now that Western's all caught up.
I knew you'd be having problems.
Yeah, I was actually dreading that on my way up, thinking about catching up here. You might just have to take over the whole inning here while I still haven't even written names down.
Well, I texted you the lineup.
You did do that, and that is correct.
That one's going to be swung on and missed. Got an 0-2 count.
My phone just notified me and told me I need to start paying attention and focusing on the road when I drive. I don't know where that's from.
Well, you are sitting on a downhill slope. Little off speed there from Reneker. Ball 1.
Two very evenly matched teams. I think that's fair to say.
Very. That one upstairs. Ball 2.
Very good chance this could be a regional matchup, too.
And a fun one it would be.
Yeah, second straight year.
That one's going to be drove to right field. Woods comes in on it. good play from her to retire Klitz 2 down and brings in Bryn Busher. And if I'm not mistaken, she reached on the air, and that was the one that Alyssa made the diving play and then threw it away. Yes, it was. First one in there to her, strike one from Reneker.
And it's tough for Sophie if her defense isn't making plays behind her. She's doing what she's being asked of. Let him hit the ball.
Yeah, and
let
that's
him
really
play.
what that first inning was. I mean, 3 errors in 1 inning. It's hard to limit the runs. Sorry.
That was just my phone went out for some reason. Oh, because I have low power mode on. Because I don't know why.
Because you've been working so hard. Didn't need it. 0-1 to Busher. That one's high. Ball one. Oh, actually, I lied. I think it's 2-1. It is hard without a scoreboard here.
Yeah, and really doesn't help you that I've been staring at my paper since I got here and haven't been able to help you on that front.
3-1. Reneker falls behind. We got 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
So Hugenberg hits for Hedberg. That helps a little bit.
Yeah, gets rid of an H. And Busher will draw the walk. I think that's the first walk given up from Reneker today. We could check that.
And Payson's still chanting. Glad they haven't.
That was her second walk on the day. Brings in the pitcher, Abby. She'll ground right down to Stolte. And she steps on the base. That's the third out. Little confusion there. Wildcats get out of that one. Keep the score 3-2. We'll head to the bottom or the top of the fourth. Wildcats needing some runs.
Hi, I'm JR. This is Tiger Hawk.
From phone to email to covering your IT department, Tiger Hawk is here to fulfill Quincy's IT needs. In a digitally evolving world, your IT and security must be top of mind. Tiger Hawk is here to prioritize and manage these spaces for you. But don't take my word for it.
Tiger Hawk Technologies to me means our IT is taken care of and we have peace of mind sleeping at night. The one thing I love about Tiger Hawk is I can get a hold of somebody 24/7, 365 and get our problem solved immediately.
Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? Megan Wilson, your local agent with Hometown Real Estate and Pioneer Land Sales, can help. Call her today at 217-257-9401.
All right, back to you here. Top of the fourth inning, Allison Woods up. She shows bunt, bunts that one foul.
Woods is the 6-hole hitter tonight. It's one of the higher spots she's hit in the lineup since she was leading off early in the season. That was you that rung there.
No, my phone's turned off.
Well, somebody dinged for ESPN.
Somebody behind us.
0-1 pitch here to Woods. Off speed for ball one.
1-2, 0-2 pitch. That's what I was thinking. There was definitely a third pitch. I just wasn't sure.
I missed that.
I was waiting on Travis to give us a signal.
So 1-2, 1-2. This isn't going to be one of our Hall of Fame level calls.
No, it's tough.
And Woods goes upstairs, chases that, and that will be the 6th strikeout of the evening for Hagerbomber.
Brings up McQuay.
She struck out 3 swinging and 3 looking. First pitch to Brindley. She pops that up. No, I thought that was me.
Right over top of us.
Not going to be me. Stephanie almost had a play on it.
And tipped it over to Leland Reagan.
Have you ever heard of, I think now's a good time because Brindley's the center of it, Italian brain rot?
You've told us about
Okay, well, I was supposed to say one of those Bombadillo Crocodilo. So that's as close as going to. Bombadillo Crocodillo.
What's that mean? Can we tell what that means?
Airplane crocodile.
Airplane crocodile.
Something like that, I'm telling you. Get some clarification sometime.
Pretty exciting. Off speed to Brindley. She tries to hold up. Either way, I think it's a strike. It makes it a 1-2 count.
Be a big spot to get on here. But she's going to have to battle back to do that. 1-2 pitch to Brindley. Upstairs. Almost a little bit of a waste pitch there from Hagerbomber. It seemed never really. I think it was something that didn't break that just stayed out of the zone. It's got to be one of the smaller fields in the area, though. 195 to dead center.
Well, that's pretty well average.
Brindley.
186 to right. You're right. That is a little
Brindley
short.
takes ball 3 low on her way to first. I was going to say.
Ava, I need my bat. And
usually,
I love it.
I would say, I would be confident in saying that that's only ball 3, but I looked around for a scoreboard. And
yeah. The only thing we got is Game Changer available, and it's 30 seconds behind.
3-2 pitch to Brindley. Inside, and Brindley will take a 1-out walk. She could see into the future there. She just left 1 pitch early.
Well, let's see if they turn her loose here. Let her steal second.
I'd like to. I mean, we kind of talked about that what was that, the last time we played Payson, right?
Yeah.
About running a little more. We'll see if Western's in motion at all.
I was sitting there last night watching the game, talking to Tyler. And
I'm sorry.
Not saying he's the wisest guy around.
You're not wrong. Ava chases strike 1.
Abe's got to be more selective than that. And, and like Tyler said, the way our lineup's built, we got a lot of speed. And we've talked about this, me and you. And he said, I would go into every game I'm a running team until I get caught.
Yep.
And once I get caught, then I would adjust for the game.
And I don't think you can be scared away as Fessler fouls off strike 2. I don't think you can even be scared of getting thrown out once.
No.
I mean, you think back to that Beardstown game. Lauren tried to steal second, maybe in the 5th or I want to say maybe in the 6th inning, and that was just everything went right for Beardstown. It was a good pitch to throw on, a hard pitch, and I don't remember the catcher for them, but she made a perfect throw down to second. And I mean, I'm sorry, in high school 1A softball, I'm going to take my chances.
Yeah. All day
0-2 pitcher to
long.
Fessler. She grounds that foul of first. Going to see an 0-2 pitch here to Ava. Eventually. I don't really know what the holdup was here. Here it is, the 0-2 pitch to Fessler. Bounces in the dirt. McQuay got a pretty good secondary jump there. And that might be one of those where she's already so far off. You see that ball bounce go.
Yeah, I would like to see McQuay stealing second regardless.
Yeah, make Archer make a play. And that's no knock on Archer, but I mean, there's a reason teams don't run on Western very much because they know Rachel's going to throw them out. She's got to make other catchers prove. 1-2 pitch here to Fessler. Taken right down Main Street for strike.
And see, there's a situation. Had Brindley already been stealing on second or standing on second, Ava would have been able to run on that drop third strike, which then moves Brindley to third.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of small ball you have to play
at
all times.
That's Hagerbomber's 7th strikeout through 3 2/3 innings of work.
Brings in Otker.
They're going to throw down on McQuay. She's in there with not much difficulty. Feels nice to lace back up the headset. It's been a while. We'll have a fun one next week if the weather permitting.
What's next week?
The 5 games in 5 days.
Yeah. Although you're going to miss one.
I will be gone for the Triopia one as Otker takes a mighty big hack on that.
I'm planning on maybe not doing mini next week.
Ooh.
If it's dry out.
Well, listen up, everybody. Maybe I'll do a Facebook live stream for you.
There you go.
No game, just a video of my face while I talk.
A radio version.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch here to Otker. Another mighty big hack, and Western's got to leave these pitches alone up above the zone. But here's an advantage to hitting Rachel leadoff. If Macy can reach, that gives Rachel an opportunity with Brindley in scoring position. But Macy's got some work to do here, down 1-2 in the count. Just outside. Good take by
a tough
Macy.
one to take.
I'm starting to wonder, does Hager Bomber throw every game for Payson?
Last two we've seen.
I'd
have to go back and look at some stats.
2-2 pitch here to Ocker. That time she lays off of it. Again, a throw down to first behind Brindley, but she's back in. And Macy's, it's a 3-2 count here. Macy's got to be selective with Rachel being on deck. I mean, you got to obviously foul anything off close, but cannot chase that pitch upstairs. We'll see if Hager Bomber goes there potentially. 3-2 pitch to Ocker. She fouls it off. Does a good job of getting to that upstairs pitch. But at the same time, Hager Bomber's thinking, I have got to retire this batter because Rachel's on deck.
I do. You definitely don't want to face Rachel with any runners.
I mean, you're looking at the possibility here. If you're Payson, you walk Ocker or Ocker gets on base, you're one pitch away from Western leading 5-3.
5-3.
But Macy's got to get on base first. The pitch to her, she foul. That might come back. No, it's not going to. I thought that might come back
we had that last night too, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been Emma Dixon that hit it, and same scenario. Nobody moved out of the lot, and Rachel said, "Hey, run them all out."
Another full count pitch to Macy. This is going to be the third one of the at bat. The pitch from Hager Bomber. Ocker is out in front of it, and she will strike out swinging as Hager Bomber strikes out her 8th batter through 4 innings of work. We go to the bottom of the 4th, Payson leading 3-2.
Barry Dental Care is the answer to all your dental needs. From fillings to root canals or denture work, they have you taken care of. They also offer orthodontic work. Give them a call today at 217-335-2397 to schedule your appointment.
Are you in the market for a new home but can't find what you want? A&D Builders has been designing and building custom homes since 2004. They are also your local installer for in-ground pools. Give them a call today at 217-440-5930 for all your building needs.
All right, back with your bottom of the 4th. It'll be Madeline O'Dear up. She'll foul that one back onto the road, and my wife's car is going to get hit. Actually, it's under the tire. Now it's, off the running boards there. That's okay. Off speed from Reniker. She draws the pop up. Barish chases it down.
No idea what happened.
And we don't know what happened, but it landed in foul territory
fair territory.
Or fair territory as the runner is on first, and McQuay was there as well.
I don't know what
And that's a play Alyssa has to make.
No idea what happened. Did she just, I wonder, misplay it? Or
I saw her running, and then I saw her see Brindley, and then
so they're going to call it an E. Stacy's got it as an E6, it looks like. So we'll go with that. Thank you, Stacy.
And I don't agree with that by any means, actually, because it was right behind the third baseman.
Oh, was it? Did it go off her glove, though, maybe?
I actually thought it could have been, it probably would have went off Alyssa's glove if she was the only one running for it. I actually thought it might get into foul territory, but you just couldn't see enough from here. That one there gets past McMullen.
So O'Dear's now at second on Western's
fourth error. Yep. And that's probably one of those situations where somebody's got to be talking and calling somebody off, and if nobody's talking and they run into each other, then Makes sense.
Yep, you would have hit the nail on the head with
And
that.
I can tell you that's what I'll tell my kid. You don't want the air, don't cause it. Talk. And I'm not sure either where the left fielder was. She might have been right in there.
Sure.
Macy might have been right in the play, too.
We just had absolutely no
We
view
have
of it.
no view. We can see Macy's legs from here through the window.
And that's just through the window of the dugout.
Just so happens.
That is a 4-pitch walk. And I saw them warming Lauren up here between innings. I wonder if that'll.
And if you remember the last time we played them, Lauren started, went about 3.5 innings, and then Reneker came in for her. Lauren pitched very good last night.
Yeah, I heard
one of the more powerful outings
I heard
I've seen out of
20
her.
strikeouts of the 21 outs.
Yeah.
You're going to be happy to hear this. I am 110% caught up.
Really?
On the strike one to Hugenberg.
Well, we've got runners first and second. Tori showed bunt there. Which
is this the pinch hitter?
Yeah, Tori.
Oh, okay.
The DP.
Hugenberg. Never mind. I thought you said.
She does it again.
Brought it up in
popped
the air.
Up.
Don't throw it first. Good decision by Brooklyn.
Good choice to eat that one. Brooklyn will record the out. And that turns over the lineup as Samantha Hugenberg steps in.
She is struck out looking and tripled so far.
And now is a good time for the second strikeout, not the second
Be
triple.
a great one. Be a great time.
Do you like sitting downhill versus back uphill?
Neither.
Yeah.
I think I like sitting uphill more if I'm being
Flat
honest.
ground is nice.
It's a strike one there to Hugenberg. But sometimes it's just not accessible. Hugenberg takes a big rip at that pitch. It would have been ball one, but it's strike two. One-two pitch from Sophie to Hugenberg is fouled back and right at Afton's car again. That's gonna get your truck though. Is that your truck?
Yep, right off the top of it.
Maybe a bad place to park at, I'd say.
Where'd you park at, Reese?
Way up there.
I almost did that.
And then you would have had to bring the cart down the ominous-looking hill.
Yeah, I would have had to take the steps.
That would have been a scary proposition. 1-2 pitch to Hugenberg. I think Sophie took something off of that for ball one. Runners on first and second, one out. Sophie's next 1-2 pitch is away for ball two. O'Deer's on first. She reached on what we're not really sure of. We're calling it an E6
yeah,
on
that's probably a good call.
on the scorebook, and then Fessler walked. That's how we've reached this spot. Is Hugenberg battling, fouls another pitch off. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I was trying to get a second opinion from somebody who watched it, but
Nothing, as that pitch bounces in the dirt. It's going to get behind Rachel. And second and third now with less than 2 outs for the Lady Indians. Big spot here for Hugenberg. Samantha Hugenberg, that is. Don't want to see Kirby with the bases loaded. Sophie's full count pitch. Misses up for ball 4. And Payson has him juiced. And there's only 1 out.
brings up Kirby. What'd she do her last couple times?
Kirby's reached on an air to first, and then she grounded out to second. Right side of the infield, you best be ready. First pitch to her is up for ball 1. Beautiful day for softball. A little bit of an overcast. Sun trying to peek through. Sophie's 1-0 pitch is hammered to center field. White's going to catch it on a hop. The throw home is up the first baseline, and the runners are going to move to – that's going to be an out. Again, Western's best defense at times is the throw home, which Rachel comes up throwing to third, gets the runner trying to go from first to third, but Kirby will advance to second on that.
Payson scores 2 on the hit.
They score – yes, they do score 2. You are correct. I don't know what I was thinking.
Makes it 5-2.
What was a That was ball one there to Archer. I only know that because of the Payson dugout. 1-0 pitch here to Archer. She grounds it to third. McQuay makes a good play on it, comes across the diamond firing. It's going to get under the glove of Stolte and bounce all the way to the wall as Payson scores their 6th run of the evening on Western's 5th error.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Bryn probably had a little bit more time than she might have thought, but that's a play that, we've seen Brooklyn make that play in previous years a lot of times.
Yep, yep. As that's golfed to second to Dixon. She has no trouble with it. She throws to first and will retire Klitz via a 4-3 putout. We're going to head to the 5th inning. Western trails Payson 6-2. Payson adds on 3 runs in the bottom half of the 4th on 2 Western errors.
Lister Auction Service does estate, consignment, and real estate auctions. Contact Bob or Megan today for all your auction needs.
Top 5, Rachel McMullen's going to lead off. She's reached on 2 singles. I didn't see the first one. The second one was very typical of Rachel, just a missile up the middle. First pitch to her is in the dirt for ball 1. And I think it's safe to say that Rachel's really settled in here as the seasons went on. She got off to the start of the season that she probably wasn't a fan of, but she's hitting everything hard. 1-0 pitch to her, and that's off. I jinxed it. Into the bat. Throw across the diamond. No problem for the third baseman, Busher.
You don't see very many of those out of McMullen.
No, that was one. I think she just got it off the end of the bat and kind of bounced over it to third.
We might say it's probably okay that she's due to have a hit like that.
Yeah, and
I bet she's not happy with it.
No, and the thing that Western's going to have to realize is that you got to have somebody hit more as consistent as Rachel. Rachel
she can't do it all.
Yeah, as Lauren is doing her best, hits one on the ground to short. Long throw across the diamond, but no problem at all for Kirby.
Lauren just about beats that one out.
That was Kirby, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice play from her.
That's going to bring in Emma Dixon. She's hit 2 balls that landed at the fence, base of the fence.
And I'll tell you, speaking of girls being consistent, man, Emma's probably been Western's second best hitter this year.
Yeah.
Consistently. I don't think that's a stretch to say.
Especially in situations that we need a hit.
Uh-huh.
Runners on. You're going to chew the end of my pen off.
Oh, sorry. I forgot it was your pen.
Yeah. That's what's wrong with
Maybe you don't
pen.
want it back. Emma fouls that one back.
That is not going to reach the car.
Well, wait for it to bounce.
Strike 1 to Dixon. Top of the 5th. Payson has scored 6 runs on 3 hits and 5 Wildcat errors. And if that doesn't sum up the last 3 weeks. That was called a strike, wasn't it?
It was called a strike.
0-2 count here to Dixon.
Emma's going to have to dig herself out of an 0-2 hole here. Hugenberg's 0-2 pitch is in the dirt and to the backstop. You know, of all the places we've been, I would go as far to say this is the shortest backstop.
This is. Like you say, small field.
Yeah.
Typical softball fields are 200 all the way around.
I really like this field, though. That's not a knock on Payson. Other than not being able to see left field from where we're sitting. That's my only gripe.
Which we could have went. I should have went a tier higher. It looks flatter.
1-2 pitch here to Dixon. Low. Ball 2. Dixon evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, Tyler's here. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't carpool. He could have just brought me here.
You'd had to find a ride home.
2-2 pitch here to Dixon. Off speed, and she will strike out swinging as Hagerbomber records her 1, 2, 3, 6, 7th, and 8th strikeout of the evening. We will be back in the bottom of the 5th.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
The Place offers Lotus drinks, hand-dipped ice creams, milkshakes, and much more. They are located on the corner of Mortimer and Decatur Street in Barrie. TA Productions would like to thank Bushmeyer Farms, Milky's Place, Western Collision Center, The Puppy Parlor, and Tacos Tequila for being sponsors of today's broadcast.
Well, we got a little bit of a
pitching change
here. As I don't know if it's something that we expected to see tonight.
Or any night in a varsity contest, but Alyssa is going to get her first action as a varsity pitcher.
And I wondered, whenever I walked up, she was warming up.
Well, I figured that was for the extra game. And she's going to bean that girl as she rolled one down.
And I'm wondering, maybe was Lauren just off limits after last night? How many pitches did she throw? Do you know?
Possible, but no, she didn't throw that many.
I maybe still would have rode with Sophie. I didn't think.
No, I didn't think so.
I mean, Sophie was like, they were putting it in play, but there's no defense behind her. Next batter Alyssa's going to face is the pitcher, Hagerbomber. Taken for ball one.
Well, you know, Alyssa's got an error on the game. Maybe it's a new rule. You get an error, you pitch.
You hit an error, you pitch.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have 2 new pitchers tonight, at least, that have not pitched this year. Alyssa's 1-0 pitch is fouled back. Man, whatever they're making over in the concessions is smelling awfully good.
Sure smells good.
Pork chop, maybe?
They got a grill out back?
I didn't even look, but I can tell you.
I see some smoke out back, yeah.
You need a pork chop grilled. I am the guy. I have mastered the pork chop.
Have you now?
Quote me on that. 1-1 pitch from Alyssa. Popped up and out of play. Strike 2. Well, you would know. Did Alyssa think she was going to pitch when she left the house today?
I haven't heard anything about it. I can tell you that. She'll be okay. She's a gamer. It's good for her.
I saw a picture your wife commented on Facebook today. Alyssa had arms bigger than the basketball team.
Oh, for sure.
Her 1-2 pitch. Ball 2.
She has a long night of practice ahead of her as we're getting ready for a very important club volleyball tournament this
So
weekend.
what you're telling me is it's not going to be a good thing if she comes up here and walks.
Maybe she said, hey, why don't you just put me in this game? I'll pitch this one. We'll save Lauren for the extras.
Oh, good call. We'll go ahead and smoke them in the extras.
I don't think that's probably going to be allowed. Wouldn't that be bad? I said that last night, too. Alyssa was pitching the extras. I said, just put Sophie in.
As Alyssa's going to throw a full count pitch here to Hagerbomber. In there for Alyssa's first varsity strikeout as Hagerbomber strikes out looking.
Put your squiggly mark on that.
Yeah. You want me to frame that one?
Yes.
Cut that little piece
I'm going
out?
to take that piece
You
home.
know, I'll put that, I'll hang it on my classroom, in my classroom tomorrow, okay?
There you go. That'll bring in Madeline O'Dear. First pitch to her is driven deep left field. Going back.
That's going to get out of here. That was absolutely crushed. Ocker
And
gave it
that's
a run, but
two-run shot.
O'Dear hits a 2-run shot over the left field fence as Lauren looks at Macy and says, why didn't you rob that? Lauren, Macy needed arms about 40 feet longer than they are and about 12 feet higher than she is, if that.
Well, you get your first varsity strikeout, you give up your first varsity home run.
And the best part, it was back-to-back pitches.
Yep, might as well.
Does that not exemplify high school sports to a T?
Sounds about right as the Wildcats fall 6 runs behind now.
And so they'll have to regroup here with Fessler, the 8-hole hitter and the center fielder, up.
And, you know, honestly, I don't mind the changing speeds. There's a very big difference between her and Sophie. That's a good strategy and a good look. Oh, dear,
she was
sat
ready
back
for
on that one. And sometimes it's really hard to adjust back down to the slower pitcher, as we've seen our girls.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Ball 1 from Alyssa.
Well, she had thrown 9 pitches, 3 of them for a strikeout and 1 for a home run.
As Fessler takes another ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. That was only Liberty's 4th hit of the evening.
Or Payson's. That's
or
cool.
Payson.
I mean, it's cool. It's about all the same. I think there's a good game going on with Liberty right now.
Who would they be playing tonight?
Pittsfield. It's a 1-2.
I remember talking about that one. Here comes a 2-2 pitch from Alyssa. That's hit on a line. A slow line, that is, but a line nonetheless to Brindley at third base.
Brings up Tori Hugenberg. No, actually, it may not. Do we have a pinch hitter here?
Yes, this is not Hugenberg, and it's not Hedberg. This is number 2.
Number 2, this will be Ella Bauer. She was the one that we saw DP in the last game.
Okay. Could you maybe spell, is it B-A-U-E-R, or is it like a Barry Bauer?
B-O-W-E-R.
A Barry Bauer.
A Barry Bauer. First pitch. High, ball 1 to Ella. Two outs, no one on. Big home run there from O'Dear.
Takes ball 2, does Bauer. Certainly different than the last time Western and Payson met up. Last time it was a competitive game all the way. This one has not been. 3 balls and no strikes here to Ella Bauer. That is in there for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Bauer. Alyssa Barrai seeing her first varsity action in the circle this year. Her 3-1 pitch is bounced foul of third and will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Last time Alyssa went full, she recorded a strikeout. Her full count pitch popped straight up. Brindley's going to have room, and she will put away Bauer for the 3rd out of the inning. After 5 innings from Payson, Payson leads Western 8-2. They tack on 2 in the bottom of the 5th thanks to a Madeline O'Dear moonshot.
Central State Bank is a proud supporter of Western Wildcat Athletics. With locations in Kinderhook, Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Quincy, and Clayton, Central State Bank is central to your banking needs. Stop in or visit us online at csb123.com. Go Wildcats!
Top 6, Brooklyn Stolte leads off. Takes strike 1 down Bainbridge Street.
Wildcats down to their final 6 outs, and they just need to, we've hit the ball okay early in the game especially. We've had some base runners.
Yeah, it's just kind of, I don't really see much of it lately if Brooklyn takes that pitch in.
Be nice to see this part of the lineup, mid to bottom, produce a little bit. Get some runners on, see McMullen come back out. There's a lot of scenarios that cut a 6-run lead pretty easy.
That's way up for ball 2. Brooklyn reached on a fielder's choice in the first. She singled in the second and then had just the mental blunder there where and you can't blame it on one thing, but that kind of felt like a big momentum swing. It was 2-3.
The base running.
Yep, 2-3, second, third with 1 out, and ran ourselves out of an inning as she torques one down the right field line. That's foul. And obviously, like I said, that's not the one play, but it kind of feels like that was sort of a turning point.
Yep.
You had who was it? You had Sophie up with runners on second, third, 1 out, and instead.
And you know what? I'm okay if Brooklyn gets caught in a run down there and Dixon scores.
Exactly. Yep. It
but
just can't be.
She was just stuck on third base and she wasn't leaving.
Brooklyn fights that foul, and maybe that's one of those situations too where Dixon after that throw down to third, they throw to second. Dixon jumps halfway between third and third and home just to bait that throwback, lets Brooklyn get back in safely, and then no harm done.
Right.
But obviously you can't redo the past, as if you could, well, it'd be a different world.
Yeah, it'd be a lot different, wouldn't it?
2 balls and 2 strikes.
We're getting the dandelions over here on us.
Brooklyn does a good job of going up and getting that one. Oh, that was caught! What a play in right field. Is that Hedberg out there, or is that Bauer that just came in?
Right field, that's going to be Caitlin Hedberg.
That was a phenomenal play. She just sort of stuck her glove down. Wow, that's a fly out to right. Great play from Hedberg.
That might have been. Was that in foul territory?
Yeah, it was. It was going to land in foul territory, but she was going to make contact in fair territory. Sophie fouls that towards first for strike 1. Great play by. Wow, what a play by Hedberg. She was a little surprised too.
To it, yeah. She come up,
and the umpire wasn't. Our field umpire wasn't even sure. He looked at home to make sure that ball didn't bounce. Here comes a 0-1 pitch to Sophie. Up for ball 1. And Western's got 5 hits. Payson has not committed an error. Western's committed 5 of them. And that's a difference in a game like this between 2, I would say, evenly talented teams, although Payson's made me really mince my words. Sophie pops that one to right. Guess who's out there making that play in right? That's Hedberg. She retires her 2nd straight batter. All right, new game plan. Don't hit the ball to Hedberg. I say that. Don't hit the ball really at anybody because all of the girls for Payson
got to find a gap
plays.
here.
Allison Woods, 2 outs, nobody on. She fouls that back for strike 1. Woods has struck out twice tonight, both times swinging.
And that's not real normal for Allie either.
I don't know. She has pretty good bat-to-ball skills. She goes upstairs and chases strike 2.
You know, we talked about this in the Beardstown game, but it really seems like Hagerbomber lives in that that high strike zone or just out of the zone, and our girls really struggle with that pitch.
We love chasing it. 0-2 pitch to Woods. She's going to go after that upstairs pitch again, and she will strike out swinging on Hager Bombers' 9th strikeout of the evening. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Payson standing on Western's throat.
Great Rivers Bank offers a totally free checking account without a monthly minimum balance and no service fees. Share the joy of free checking with friends and family, and when they open a new account, you both earn free gifts. You can refer your friends and family now at refergreatriversbank.com. Our current gift is an Everest Journey backpack. Great Rivers Bank will buy back unused checks and debit cards, up to $10 from previous accounts. For more information, visit our website at www.greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Whether you need just one load of rock for your driveway or many more for your farm or business, Lumley Trucking is the answer for all your rock hauling needs. Give Mark at Lumley Trucking a call at 217-473-4006.
Bottom 6th. Payson's going to have 1, 2, 3 due up. Hugenberg leading off. Takes strike 1. When Western returns to bat, they're going to be down to their final 3 outs with 7 McQuay, 8 Fessler, and 9 Otker due up. As Hugenberg rounds that to McQuay, she can't come up with it. Sophie tries to field behind her, throws too late, and that's going to be Western's 6th error on the E5. I think we're going to see a... Nope, never mind. I don't know. I thought maybe Payson's coach coming to talk to their 2-hole hitter in a 8-2 lead might have been a pinch hitter, but no, this is just Kirby still.
Just strategy here.
Payson might be thinking, let's 10 run them. Really knock out any confidence they have if they were to meet if Western and Payson were to meet a 3rd time. 4 runs will do that. Here's the.
Oh, they told her just to swing.
Kirby's thinking, well, why do I have to start in an 0-1?
Wow. I like it.
And I could.
And the runner's going to advance to second on that attempt.
Oh, that's phenomenal by Kirby.
I think that was a strategy to base run there.
Yeah, I would absolutely think you're right as she fouls that off. And she's looking down at 3rd probably thinking, did I really have to just throw my bat at that? And I honestly, I think the real thing that he told her there was, don't make contact with the pitch because we want second base.
Yeah.
So just swing, and Kirby's a good enough hitter that she can battle out of an 0-1
Or hold your bat.
Yeah, she's down 0-2 here as that pitch bounces. They're going to run on McMullen. She's safe. She had never
around the tag.
Never applied the tag.
And a great throw, and Brindley's on the ground.
Yeah, that was.
And I think Bryn was just a step in front of the bag and just didn't.
Yeah,
and spun and fell.
We had a better view than anybody except your wife, Marie, and Randy. But she was. Yeah, that tag was never applied.
No, she went good.
Great slide from Hugenberg.
Yeah, great base running there all the way around, heads up. Of course, and you see that now in the pros more than you've ever seen it. You know, and we're going to appeal that, but there's no appeal.
If this is overturned, it is the wrong call.
Yeah.
We'll see what.
Yeah, he didn't see a tag either, and I would agree. It was a great throw from Rach. I think Bryn was just in front of the bag on the play.
And that's one of those where Rachel throws the ball hard enough. You just got to let the ball come to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
let it travel.
Hugenberg was out by 2 steps. Nonetheless, Kirby's got a runner on 3rd with a 1-2 count. Alyssa's 1-2 pitch to her. Ball 2's taken upstairs. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm telling you what, I'm not a good bike rider, but I'm not riding down these hills.
Hill.
I mean, that kid took that hill sideways there, right in front of us.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Alyssa's pitch.
Outside.
Misses.
Travis needs to give her a call here.
Yeah, you aren't kidding. I've seen a couple of these kids running back and forth from the baseball game. Kirby's battled back. She went down 0-2. She's got the count even. 3 balls and 2 strikes. She hits that one to the right center gap. It's going to get down. Lauren makes a great attempt at it, but it gets behind her.
Gets past
Woods is
Allie.
unable to pick it up cleanly, and
that's one of those you got to grab it barehanded.
Yep. I don't know why
You don't need your glove when it's laying in the grass.
So I'm going to score that as a triple because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the best way to score that would be a double with an E9.
Yes.
We'll see what Stacy scores this. I'm going to wait judgment here. No pressure, Stacy. Don't misscore.
Well, she's hearing us talk. Oh, no, she's already scored it, I guess. It's
did.
opposite for us because we're behind. That one's going to be just popped up. Foul back. McMullen will make the catch. And one down, runner on third.
All right, so she scored that. Hugenberg advances to oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Still waiting. Oh, wait, what the?
That's
Kirby doubles on a fly ball. Okay, yep. Good call, Stacy. You might have a career in scoring.
I like it, yeah. Stacy's on top of things here. That's going to be hit.
No problem for White.
White didn't come up throwing. I think she thought it was 3 outs. And we're going to let that girl tag. And White with plenty of an arm.
Absolutely.
To make that throw.
That's going to be a sack fly. Wheels
have completely come off here. Bryn Busher steps in.
Buddy on for Busher. On the sack fly, Klitz gave Payson a 10-2 lead. Is that a 2-0 count?
I believe so. Western with 8 errors in the game now. Is that what you're showing too? You're not really showing, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah, 1-2.
As it is. That's popped up. Alyssa dives for it. It's a fair ball. How about McMullen down the line? Dixon covers and makes the out. And how many putouts does Rachel have to have for the Wildcats to get out of an inning?
I mean,
yeah, just a lot. That's the best way to sum it up. All right. That's the end of the 6th. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. Wildcats trail 10-2. You're going to have to do something here. 3 outs to go. We'll be back with you.
I'm Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner at Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC. Are you interested in buying or selling real estate? With over 100 years of combined managing broker experience, Ridgeline Sales Group has assembled a team that can help you with any of your real estate needs. From first-time homebuyers to seasoned farm investors, we represent buyers and sellers all across West Central Illinois, helping to make their real estate dreams come to life. Give us a call today at 217-285-5800 or jump on our website at ridgelinesalesgroup.com.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 217-222-7173 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
McQuaid leads off, top of the 7th. Western's got a lot of work to do if they want to make a ball game out of this. Brindley takes ball 1. Hager Bomber has been dominant since the 3rd inning. She has allowed 1 base runner since the 3rd inning. And that was in the 4th. No base runners for Western in the past 2. As McQuaid takes ball 2.
And she's also had several very short innings.
Absolutely. Getting Payson right back in the dugout after a big inning.
She's only at 87 pitches here. We're in the 7th inning, and a lot of times we've been in games we've seen 140. Easy.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's only halfway there.
McQuaid's popped out the 2nd and walked. She sees a 2-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. And if you're Western here, she's taking until she sees a strike. So that would mean she will either be at first or she'll have a 3-1 count. And same thing when Ava comes up. You take till you see a strike. 3-0 pitch to McQuaid. And Brindley will walk to first for the 2nd time.
Yeah, Ava's got to be told here, hey, we're not swinging.
And especially Ava loves being aggressive. She's got to know that you are laying off the first.
And Rachel's going to walk down the line there, and I think that's what the comment. Well, never mind. She's just picking up a bat. Hopefully the comment has been made.
Yeah, Ava's a smart enough ball player. I think she's going to realize this here. We'll see. She's going to pop that
That
up.
one was ball one high. As she pops it foul, out of play. Bryn on first. Kara Puffenberger steps out on deck. She's going to be pinch hitting for Macy Otker when we get there.
Well, one pitch here to Ava. In the dirt for ball one. And you're just thinking, not a knock here on Ava, but if
That's
you let that pitch go, that's 6 balls in a row. It's a 2-0 count.
Yeah. And nothing better could happen than
the base has been loaded for Rachel.
For Rachel, yeah.
Absolutely. Here comes a 1-1 pitch to Fessler. She'll let it go low, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but
that's 7 straight.
That's 7 straight balls that Hugenberg's thrown. Easy question for you. What are the hardest 3 outs in a game?
The final 3 outs.
The final 3. Ryan Helsley likes to prove that true. 2-1 pitch to Fessler. She hits that to
Into
the right
gap.
center gap. It's going to get down, and McQuay is going to round second and go to third. Throw coming in. She's safe. Throw gets by the third baseman, but a great job there.
Back it up by the left fielder.
Yeah, the left fielder. Hugenberg was. Hugenberg. I've been calling Hagerbomber Hugenberg.
That's okay. They're all H's. They're not going to be too mad at you.
As Fessler's going to double.
That'll bring in Puffenberger. See a pinch hit here.
I love the fact that Ava doesn't hit singles. She only hits doubles.
And a lot of them.
Pace? No, that's Western making. Oh, I didn't realize that Pleasant Hill Western was playing over there. Did you?
I didn't. I did not, actually.
Maybe we should have sat up between the fields.
You know, we sat up in Illini West in Carthage, having that discussion last night. That there's plenty of fields where you could have this situation, where the boys and girls are all playing together. And like Karen said, she's got kids on both teams.
Well, and it makes it easier. You could just take one bus. Granted, in Western's sake, it's a little different with co-oping with
Pleasant Hill,
but still, you could put everybody on one bus.
The 0-1 count to Kara. Runners on second and third. That one's high.
Ooh,
Brindley's going to steal home. She is safe.
I don't love that in a 10-2 ball game, just because every out is so precious, but it works. It works nonetheless.
It works. We'll take a second look at that pass ball and steal there from Brindley McQuay on the Sullivan Auctioneer instant replay. Bryn slides in safe. What do you got, a 1-1 count here to Kara?
A 1-1 count to Kara.
Fessler down on third, McMullen on deck, and like you say, yeah, there's no sense taking any chances here.
No, cannot run into an out here. As Kara swings at strike 2. And again, I think Hagerbomber might have been low in the zone there. She's lost,
I believe so
lost
too.
some command here. But she's got a 10-3 lead to help her out to find that control again.
I know we don't place a lot of bets on high school sports, but I would bet you that when McMullen comes up, and this is another situation.
She's safe.
And she is just in. Aggressive base running.
That pays off, though. Thank God, because that would have been not good if.
What do you got for a count here?
I got a 2-2 count. Okay. If Kara could reach, that would give Rachel a chance to hit with a runner on, and the lead, a 10-4 lead as Western's cutting into it. This is a big at bat here. See how long you can go without recording an out. Then with this big deficit you're facing. Hopefully Kara's got sunglasses on here with the sun coming out of the right field sky. 2-2 pitch to Kara. Oh, and takes strike 3. I think that's kind of a pitch that Alyssa didn't get there in the.
Yeah, I think so. He called that one before it was even in the catcher's mitt.
Absolutely.
I mean, he said it. He said it early.
Lineup's going to turn over. McMullen in the leadoff spot. Lauren White's going to hit regardless. If McMullen or White reach, Dixon will hit. It's an off-speed pitch from.
And that's what I was going to say. What do you want to bet that McMullen doesn't swing at a bad pitch here?
Can I just take that bet every time she's up? Because I could get rich on that.
No, because I would not make it every time.
1-0 pitch to Rachel. Ball 2. I know you're up 10-4. If you're Payson, why are you even? Give her something that she can hit on the outside of the zone. But if you walk her, it's. Granted, then you put a base runner on. But it's just.
Got to bat around.
Yeah, Rachel can't beat you. She just drills it. Oh my God.
Oh, great play out there, as that was a line drive to center field.
And that's why. Again, I said it the last time I was on the air. Softball's so frustrating because Rachel did everything right. But hit it directly at Fessler. That was a good play from Fessler. That ball was going down quick, and she made a play on it. Lauren White's the last hope of Western. She struck out looking. Sack bunt, and rips one foul for that first pitch, a strike. But as I was saying, she struck out looking in the first. She sacrificed, bunted in the third, and then grounded out too short in the fifth. She is Western's last hope, trailing 10-4. Gonna need a lot of two-out magic here. Here's the 0-1 pitch to White. She goes upstairs and chases that pitch for strike two. She falls behind at 0 balls and 2 strikes, and Western is on their last breath. White's gonna hit that just over the head of Kirby, and Western's gonna have a 2-out base runner. Emma Dixon up here with 2 outs. She is Western's new last hope. Lauren's going to advance to second on the wild pitch. That's a good job from Lauren. I mean, she had a really good secondary jump, and she was a third of the way to second. Just an easy, light jog to second. If you couldn't have Rachel up in this spot, I'd say Emma's a healthy candidate for
she's the next best. I would agree.
If Emma can reach, Brooklyn will get her chance. Emma lays off that one for ball 2. And again, this is a spot, Emma. Emma's up 2-0 here. She just let them throw you a strike.
Yeah.
See a strike before you swing. Comes a 2-0 pitch, up for ball 3, and I would almost guarantee, just like the grass being green, that Emma's taking 3-0.
You're not green lighting her here?
In a 10-4 ball game, can't say I am.
I am not either.
Here's a 3-0 pitch to Dixon. She's going to show bunt, pull back, and take strike 1. And now the fun begins. 3 balls and 1 strike to Dixon. 2 outs. Western trails 10-4. White singled and then advanced to second on a wild pitch. Here comes a 3-1 pitch to Dixon from Hagerbomber. Upstairs for ball 4. And Brooklyn Stolte will step into the box with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Western still got a lot of work to do, but they're giving it a shot.
About the best inning we've had since the first.
Absolutely. First base runner since the fourth. First pitch to Stolte. She's going to take ball 1.
And we're going to have a little meeting at the mound. We'll take a timeout as well. Be back with you right after this. Today's broadcast brought to you by Goalie and Heckler Insurance, Ridgeline Sales Group, LLC, Barry Dental Care, and Tiger Hawk Technologies.
Back with you. Stolte ahead 1-0 in the count. Quick little mound visit from Payson there. Tried to get Hagerbomber focused back in. She had been almost, well, I can't say almost flawless, but she'd been really good until this 7th inning where she's lost some control. 1-0 pitch to Stolte. Whew.
Brooklyn wanted to go after that one.
And I would have not been happy. Again, you've got to lay off until you see a strike. I hate being a broken record. Three balls and no strikes. If Stolte can reach, that will give Sophie Reneker a chance to hit. If Sophie can reach, that'll give Allison to Brindley, Brindley to Ava, Ava to Kara. And if all that happens, I like our chances at coming back and taking the lead.
Who started this inning?
It was Brindley who walked.
So
on the outside corner for strike one. And as I said last time, let the fun begin. 3-1 count.
That kind of mirrors Dixon's at bat there. She went
Almost to a
3-0 and took a strike there before drawing the walk.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch to Stolte. She hits that. Oh, diving play by Kirby. Flip to second to a covering R. Klitz for out number 3. And what a way for Payson to end the game. Kirby with a diving play up the middle flips to a covering Klitz. And Payson will retire Western on a 6-4 putout and be victorious 10-4 as Western falls to 6-9 on the season.
This broadcast powered by Tiger Hawk Technologies, empowering your business with reliable IT solutions.
Drake's Steak and Ale in Hannibal is the ultimate destination for steak lovers, serving the best tender, juicy fillets and hearty, savory ribeyes. Our talented chefs will prepare each entree to your liking. We offer an extensive menu and a full-service bar for your enjoyment. We also offer catering service for corporate events, weddings, or intimate gatherings. Come dine with us. Our hours are Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday, 11 to 9, and Saturday, 2 to 9.
We are back with some post-game stats for you here as Western falls to Payson 10-4. Second time falling to Payson in 5 days?
In 5 days.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So they fall again. Let's talk quickly about some Payson batting. Payson only recorded 5 hits.
Yeah.
Western committed 7 errors. That is, what's the kindest way to frame it? Absolutely inexcusable. You can't commit 7 errors in a game, and Western pays the price. Again, we've seen errors bite them in the butt all season. Payson left 4 runners on base. They left 1 on in the first, second, third, and fourth innings. But again, we said this after we played Payson the last time. They just hit. They put the ball in play and you make a play. And
they make you make.
Fortunately for us, just doesn't happen. For Western in the circle, Sophie went the first 4 innings. She gave up. She gave up 6 runs. I would have to go through and count, but I would reckon to say 2 earned. 2 earned runs for Sophie, and that's just got to be frustrating for her. She struck out 4. Alyssa relieved her in the 5th. She gave up 4 runs. Only 2 of those were earned. She recorded her first varsity strikeout, and she also, Alyssa, I hope you're listening right now. Your dad's going to make sure you are. Gave up a moon shot to Madeline O'Dear. A moon shot. I'm going to be glad you listened to that. I expect feedback tomorrow.
Okay.
For Western at the dish. Just struggling in all facets. Only recorded 6 hits in 7 innings. They left 6 runners on base. Hagerbomber threw phenomenally well for Payson. She recorded. She struck out 10 Western batters, including 5 looking. So she had some of her best stuff tonight, and just a great performance by Hagerbomber.
Yeah, and I think that if we were picking one, she's probably our Barry Dental Care player of the game.
Absolutely. I was just getting ready to say our Barry Dental Care player of the game.
Shorten it up tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be Samantha. No. Tori.
No.
Abby.
Abby
Hagerbomber. She struck out 10 at the plate. She didn't do much at the plate, but when you pitch that well, you don't have to. She struck out twice, 1 looking, 1 swinging, and then grounded out to first. But she got player of the game for her performance in the circle, not at the plate, and Western's going to fall 10-4.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back with you tomorrow night, weather pending, as the Wildcats take on Southeastern there in Barry. And if not, it'll be next week. We got a full slate next week. We'll see what the weather does and how many of those we are with you for. So
excited.
All right, thanks for watching right here on Tap.